All right, cool kids, I got exciting news for you. I don't do this all the time, but I'm going to do it for you. So Next Level Miniatures, the same company I've been showing you all these Kickstarters for, has a new Kickstarter, except it's not a Kickstarter, it's on Backers Kit, and it is pretty sweet. It is the Dragon Hoard Volume 1 Revisited, resized, and it's got some Volume 2 and other elements. It does not have any of the Adventure Time stuff that we opened the other day. But what I am going to do is open up the Backers Kit on my phone here so you guys can really get a look at and explore the options. I can tell you that even though Dragon's Hoard Volume 1 was complete and total letdown time, I can tell you that Volume 2 fixed the problems, and the latest Kickstarter is very good. And so this revisited version, right, which is by Next Level Miniatures. Name of it is Dragon's Hoard Remastered. Look for it on Backers Kit. And these guys aren't paying me, okay? I'm not getting any sponsorship here. I can tell you that these are really worth your while to check out. Every bit as good as some other big companies out there, and scale now way better. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually break open Volume 1 and show you where they messed up. And this might help you explain, there's a reason, a method to my madness. This might help explain to you why there aren't very many backers yet, because ever since that first campaign, it was huge. I like to think I had something to do with that, because I was helping to promote them in the first Kickstarter. And then I did my opening, and to my horror, what I found was, well, you're going to see what I found. It wasn't great, okay? It was not good. It was, basically, I'll just tell you guys. I mean, you guys can watch the video. Everything was wrong. It was just all wrong, guys. So this was the Kickstarter here, and these are the minis. Tiny, pathetic, puny. If I put these up to here, real quick, I'll put these up to a properly scaled mini. Okay, now I'll even do the small, tiny scale of WizKids, and then I'll compare it to something from, say, you know, Games Workshop, right? Now, we can agree that these two minis can be on the same table together. You know, one's a true 28 kind of scale, and the other one's more the epic or 32 millimeter scale. But what we can't do is pretend that this goblin, right, which is fine, incidentally, can be anywhere near this skeleton, okay? Or that this skeleton, right, scales in any way, shape, or form with these other minis here. It just doesn't, okay? It just is too small. It's, you know, if you were doing like a 20 millimeter range, this might work, you know, but it's just too small. And we know this, I don't have to go over it. And then I'll show you the gargoyle, which, you know, it's a fine Spinnigan devil, if you want a Spinnigan devil, right? You might clip the extra arms off, but that'd work as a Spinnigan devil. But it is not anywhere near the proper scale. And we went through this. You can, anyway, check into that. I messed around I like to buy 2 sets of most things. So when I buy, like, say, a certain company called Reaper Miniatures, by the way, this goblin's perfect, and this is how we knew. This is how we knew something was wrong. The goblins were fine, kobolds were fine, or whatever other small creatures they had were fine. And then all the large creatures were just tiny, puny, and pathetic. These are supposed to be large elementals. They're medium, which is, you know, and this is supposed to be an iron golem. And now they've reused the mold, which is cool. It's now a, whatever those things are called from Eberron. The living golems that can be PCs. The name escapes me. Call me, I mean, the thing is, too small, right? We can agree on that, but I don't want to dwell on it. They came out with a second Kickstarter. Give me just a second here. I'm thinking about what those things were. Is it Steelborn or something Born? But I can't remember the name of these things. Anyway, so they come out with another set, and we end up with properly sized miniatures. I'll pull out this knoll so you can see. This is Volume 2, Dragon's Hoard Volume 2. Okay. So as you can see, these knolls can hang. Now, oddly enough, the knoll in the latest set is small. It's the weirdest thing. They get the knolls right in this one, and then the next set, it's kind of small. It's not big, but it's whatever. That was my big only. And then they resized. Now this is where it gets interesting, guys. They resized some of the original molds from the first set. Okay, and these are molds you're going to get. So I'll go ahead and show them to you in this new iteration. Dragon's Hoard Remastered. And remember, Dragon's Hoard Volume 1 and 2 are both part of the Dragon's Hoard, which is associated with Frog God Games. I believe it's called like the Cyclopean Keeps or something. So anyway, here are some of the miniatures that we're looking at here. This is a Rakshasa. Yeah, and they resize this. So imagine the original that I bought 2 copies of. Which really put a bad taste in my craw because I bought 2 copies because it was such a good deal, right? Such a good deal. I thought, how can I miss? And when, like I said, when I get Reaper sets, I just grab 2 sets, right? So here we go. Here's our archer. And so these are finely scaled. They scale just fine together. All right. With the Game Workshop and even the, you know, like I said, WizKids is kind of smallish. They're kind of tiny. And, you know, the sculpts look cool when you look at them like this. Yeah, but they're not quite as cool on the table. And that's another thing I'll say for WizKids. It looks good in theory, but they don't necessarily have the, because they're doing it all 3D, computer style, and they're not really. Now, this isn't all their models. Some of their models are really good. Okay, anyway, we're not going to talk about WizKids. WizKids is hit and miss. That's what I'm going to say. WizKids is hit and miss, but, you know, it is what it is. But I like it. It's a nice resource. All right, that's what I'll say. But these are some of the models you're going to get in this set that's coming in the Dragon Hoard Remastered. And what's funny is I own several iterations of these models because I have the original Volume 1. I have 2 sets of them. And I've also got the remastered ones that came out with Volume 2. And they've gone out, guys, and they've remastered it all again. Okay? And that is where you guys come in. This is another chance for you to get in here and get this vampire lord. And as you can see, the sculpts are quality. The flashing removal is not necessarily quality, but you can handle that. A lot of people see like this thing here. This is not an integral part of the model. It's flashing, I believe. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, so that's going to be removed. right there. That's got to be removed. But you just snip it with snips. It's easy. I might do a video on how to do that. If you guys need me to, let me know in the comments. But, you know, some of these are cool sculpts, right? And I'm pretty sure that's more flashing right there. Let's look. That's going to be flashing right there. I'm not sure what's in her hand. But that looks like a butterfly or something. But this is flashing. So this should have been snipped off. Really need, definitely not an illithid. All right. So there's some cool models to get, guys. And these are all available, by the way. Every one I've shown you so far is available in the Remastered, which I did get a set of. So I'm going to have duplicates of these. Even still. But I did not buy 2 sets of the Volume 2, which is the one I should have bought 2 sets of. But they also bumped the price up, all right? And so now, and you know, with inflation and everything, that's understandable. What I'm trying to show you guys is that they got some cool sculpts. Some of them are a little cartoony, but for the most part, they're good. And this is where the rubber meets the road here, guys, because now I'm going to show you what they're offering right now on Backers Kit. They did Kickstarter the first 3 campaigns, but now they're on Backers Kit. And I asked them about that, and they said Backers Kit had asked them to try them out. And, you know, it's a good opportunity for them to maybe get a fresh start. I don't know. I can only guess on that. So this is what we've got. First of all, your risk is 0 because Dragon's Hoard on Backers Kit is already funded. It's already funded. Dragon's Hoard Remastered. Look for it on Backers Kit. And there we go. You can share the project to all your friends. Here's what the project is. Dragon's Hoard Remastered. And these are the models you're going to see. You got a Beholder. We'll get more in depth here. Okay. So this is your all-in pledge. You're going to get all these models. All of these models I can show you for the most part. Nothing here is really new that I don't have. But I don't mind having duplicates of a lot of these things. And I do need, because I did buy the adventures, I do want the damn proper size models, not the little tiny. And the dragon in the first campaign, don't get me started. They promised us a huge dragon. They gave us a wormling. Well, maybe a juvenile dragon. But they said they fixed it. It's 237 millimeters now instead of, you know, whatever it was. And the gold dragon I showed you yesterday or the day before. And it's pretty good size. All right. Anyway, so you can also buy theme packs. So if you don't want to buy all in, which, you know, if you don't have that much money, $119 plus shipping. Don't forget shipping's not included. If you don't have $119, okay, that's fine. Comes to about $1 mini, by the way. You can buy packs. So remember I showed you that something born, whatever they're called. Maybe I'm thinking of Dragonborn, but what are the Gollum, the player character Golems called? I can't remember. Dang it. Okay. Anyway, you can get all these different packs. And they have different, you know, minis all available in that main pack. And you're going to get various counts. The Hellhound, if they resized it, it's pretty cool. The original ones I got look like chupacabras on crank or something, you know, just weak, creepy, but weak. And then if you look here, they have stretch goals. So there are stretch goals. The first one is an Oitug. The Oitug is a very cool creature. Not a lot of minis for the Oitug that are, you know, something you can grab easily, and this is one where you can. I would suggest, if you're listening, Next Level, which by the way, they are really good at feedback and talking to you. A Nothic miniature, guys, would probably do you well. So anyway, here's your discounts. If you get a pick 5, you get a 36% discount. Pick 3, 35% off. But if you go all in, you get 45% off the MSRP. Now that MSRP is based on their website, which you can go to at any time and buy most of these minis already. Okay. So they're available now. You don't even have to wait to back this thing. Shipping, etc. Now there are some more packs. So here's the Owlbear pack with the Boule, and that Basilisk is actually really pretty big, and that Crocodile is pretty cool, guys. I don't know if you need any of those, but the Dracolich isn't bad. The Gold Dragon's good if you need a Gold Dragon. The Mimics are, like, I own this Mimic, the Treasure Mimic, and it looked pretty cool. What you see is pretty much what you get. These kobolds are neat. I don't know how many kobold shamans you need, but they're good kobolds, I think. I don't know how useful a serpent folk barbarian is, but I can tell you the rest of these models are cool. There's your dragon. If you want another dragon, it's $20 a dragon, which is, you know, you're getting into the kind of the Reaper prices, right? And it is a cool dragon. The sculpt's cool. It's a red dragon. Okay. And then you see here, look, easy to paint, durable. The miniatures, the sculpts are solid. Each new iteration has been better than the one before it. I will say that, especially with the quality and everything of the minis. And there you go. That's about what you'll pay depending on where you're from. All right. And yeah, I'm sorry I don't remember the name of that Eberron gear person. Gosh darn it, it's going to pop to me after I stop this video. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to look it up. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look it up real quick. Okay, guys. Yeah, I know you're screaming it. Warforged. My bad. Never played Eberron. The Warforged. Okay. Well, anyway, that small iron golem can be used as a Warforged. But what's funny is when the original set came out, the dwarves and the kobolds and the goblins were all properly scaled. And virtually everything else was downsized. And that really put a bad taste in everybody's craw. And it really hurt them on the next Kickstarter. But the next Kickstarter comes in, and like I showed you, it's good stuff, man. You know? High quality miniatures, you know. The first ones were quality, they just weren't the right size. But, you know, here's some hobgoblins, right? Like, you can always use more hobgoblins. So, anyway, if you guys find utility with this and it looks good, go to Backers Kit. I'm going to put the link in the description, if I can find it. And we will get you guys to the site, and you can back this thing and get me an Oitug and get yourself an Oitug and get a pretty good deal at $1 a mini. And I will say this, they're not worse than the other big brands. And they've delivered their last 2 Kickstarters early. I'll say that too. Let me repeat that. If you want a Kickstarter that delivers early because they're right here in the United States, these guys will do it. Now, I did hurt their feelings the other day on Facebook. I didn't mean to, but I was just pointing out that the first Kickstarter was a bit of a fiasco. They're sick of hearing about that, and they want to prove to you, so let them prove it to you. Get in there, back them. You're going to get, unlike the first Kickstarter, you're going to get some nice minis. And if you're just getting started out in this game of minis, this is a great place to start. Anyway, that's all I'll say. Have an amazing day. Thanks for watching. Find all the collectibles of your dreams while you're awake. If you cannot find them, do not blame me. I tried to show them to you. It'd be cool if they came out with a Fae pack. Are you listening to me, Next Level Miniatures? Fae pack. Fae. Oh, and some large elementals, please. Adios, guys. Like, share, and subscribe.